The chandelier trembled as my father's voice sliced the air. "Where's the $250,000 I wired you, Sophia?" Every crystal prism froze mid-swing. My sister's fork clattered, my mother's champagne flute slipped, shattering like ice on marble. I felt the room tilt, but I didn't blink. "What money?" I asked, voice flat, lethal. 2 nights earlier I was still in my Vancouver loft, pinning mood boards for a spring capsule collection. My phone buzzed. My brother, Ethan. Dad's blood pressure spiking. "Anniversary gala's off. Stay put." I stared at the text. Dad had FaceTimed me 48 hours prior, crowing about the string quartet he'd booked. Something smelled like deceit and desperation. I booked the red-eye anyway. The Hawthorne mansion hadn't changed: cedar beams, lavender sachets, the faint ghost of Mom's Chanel No. 5. Dad greeted me at the door in a navy blazer, cheeks ruddy, eyes bright. Ethan lingered behind him, smile stapled on, knuckles white around a tumbler of something amber. Mom's manicure was chipped, first time in 30 years. Breakfast was a silent symphony of clinking porcelain. Dad raved about a vineyard he was flipping in Napa. Ethan pushed eggs around his plate, scrolling. When Dad stepped out, Mom leaned close. "No shop talk tonight, darling. Your brother's fragile." "Fragile how?" She glanced at the doorway. "Investments went south. Let's keep the peace." I found the first breadcrumb in the study, a courier envelope addressed to Dad's wealth manager, stamped urgent. Inside, a single posted in Ethan's handwriting, "Handle before gala." My pulse quickened. That night I hacked the guest Wi-Fi, cloned the router logs, and waited. Dawn brought the second breadcrumb, an email ping from my private brokerage. Transfer initiated, $250,000. Beneficiary, Sophia M. Hawthorne. Origin, Ethan's laptop MAC address. Timestamped 2:14 a.m. the night he'd begged me to stay away. I drove to Aunt Clara's roadside cafe, grease and honesty in the air. She slid a manila folder across the formica. "Your brother's been flashing cash, Vegas, yachts, a Patek for some influencer." I photographed every receipt. Clara's eyes were steel. "Call Vivian Park, Dad's attorney." "Do it now." Vivian answered on the first ring. "Digital forgery plus interstate wire fraud. If your father believes you spent it, you're the scapegoat. Bring proof to the table, literally." That evening the gala unfolded like a funeral in couture. Crystal flutes chimed, laughter floated, but the air tasted metallic. Dad raised a toast to 40 years, eyes shining. Ethan's cufflinks glinted, new, gaudy, paid for with my future. Then the question. The room inhaled. I slid my phone across the damask cloth. Dad's thumb scrolled, forged e-signatures, IP logs, hotel penthouse charges, a private jet manifest. His jaw slackened. "Ethan?" My brother's voice cracked like cheap glass. "It was a bridge loan, Dad." Market turned, "You used her credentials," Dad said, voice winter. "You let me accuse my daughter." Mom rose, pearls trembling. "Victor, he was drowning. Sophia has her little fashion hobby, she'd never notice." I laughed, sharp enough to cut. "Notice? That was seed money for my flagship store. You noticed enough to steal it." Ethan lunged for the phone. I pulled it back. Touch it and the cloud backup goes live to every guest's inbox. Dad was already dialing. "Yes, officer, Financial Crimes Division." Mom's scream ricocheted off the vaulted ceiling. Ethan sank, chair creaking under sudden defeat. Red and blue lights strobed through the French doors 30 minutes later. Handcuffs clicked. Mom clawed at the officers, mascara rivers. Dad signed the complaint without flinching. When the cruiser pulled away, the chandelier finally stilled, crystals catching the last of the gala's dying light. Silence pooled, thick as spilled Merlot. Dad looked at me, eyes wet. "I should have asked you first." "You believed the son who needed you," I said. "I never did." 3 months later the plea deal landed, full restitution, 5 years probation, asset forfeiture. Ethan sold the Porsche, the watches, the condo with the skyline view. Mom moved into a beige apartment above a nail salon, still mailing apology cards I never opened. Dad rewrote everything, trusts, deeds, the Napa vineyard. My name alone. He pressed a new check into my palm the morning I left for Vancouver, $1 million. Build something that outlasts all of us, he whispered. 6 months on, my atelier glows under Georgian windows. Silk rustles like secrets between racks. Dad flies up for openings, brings espresso, calls me partner now. Aunt Clara sends Polaroids of the cafe chalkboard. Sophia Hawthorne, sold out again.